your first weekend in the PLL is at Gillette, and Chris Hogan, who a lot of folks know from the NFL, he's a teammate of yours? He's left the NFL and he's in the PLL and he's taken up lacrosse now? Is that really what he's doing?
Yeah, I mean, Chris is a unique athlete. He's a lacrosse player first. I know that because we've been shooting this docu on him, and he played 4 years at Penn State. He was an honorable mention All-American, but loved football, went out for it because, for what I had talked about earlier, Rich, pro lacrosse was really non-existent, even though the property had existed. I mean, our average wage in MLL for over a decade was $8,000 for the season. No health care, no distribution. And so he kind of looked at that opportunity and said, I'm going to try to play in the NFL. And then he popped off during that one season of Hard Knocks when he was trying out for the Dolphins, and they called him 7-Eleven. And again, going back to Bill has an affinity for lacrosse, having played it. And he's brought on a few lacrosse players. Will Yateman was another one. And he looks at that creativity. We talked about me coming over and trying out for the Patriots at one point. I'm glad I didn't, but he's known for kind of sifting through that talent, and obviously had a great run with Chris, winning some Super Bowls. And now Chris has seen the growth of the PLL, and I think looked at where his career trajectory was going in the NFL and said, hey, before I just shut down, let me try to get back and have an imprint in lacrosse. He went undrafted in our entry draft, and then got picked up by the Cannon team I play on, and I'll see him at training camp next week, and hopefully he makes a roster.
Wow. So he's trying. So is he like the Tebow of this operation right now? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, he sure looks like Tebow. The guy's a freaking tank.
No, I'm just saying he's been out of the sport for a long time, and you have a relationship with him, and you're just going to give him a shot. I mean, that's basically the way. You're like the Urban Meyer of this right now.
The interesting thing that you called out is, I'm a co-founder and player.
Yeah.
It's not going to last much longer. I'm 35, and so I still think I got it on the field. But
there you go.
Everyone thinks I flip burgers and publish our tweets across the league and make decisions for coaches. But there's some things that feel coincidental, and there's others that the Cannons formerly were in Boston, as they were a franchise we brought over from the MLL through that merger. And the coach as well of the team, it has an affinity for kind of New England sports and had conversations with Chris and decided to make a bet on him. But we'll see what he does. I mean, I know he's training his ass off, and he's a player that can play both ways. So he'll probably come out and play defensive midfield, which is basically like cornerback, and then get the ball in his stick, go down to offense, and be a threat on the offensive end. So
he's really the Troy Brown of the Cannons, maybe. I mean,
that's probably it. Okay. Yeah, maybe a Deion Sanders.
Okay.
If he can flip around and play two sports.
All right, I like it. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.